Hi there everyone, this is Lisa from Imposter Baker, and today I'm just doing some little Valentine cookies right here, and I just wanted to show you how to frost these. It's really an easy project. First you're gonna make your cookies. You can roll these with your airfoam clay, cut them out. You can mold them. You can probably even hand shape them, roll a ball, make a line in the top and just kind of shape them and mold them if you don't have cutters or you don't want to mold them. And basically make these, you're going to dry them, flip them over, dry both sides. You want to make sure your airfoam clay is fairly dry. You don't want it to be wet or squishy. I mean, it'll still be squishy, sorry. You do want it to, it will still be squishy. So then after that, I took some Duracraft. I use the matte finish, and you can get these at most stores, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I think you can even get it on Amazon. Mine actually came from a dollar store that closed, and so I got a bunch of them. And I buy it on sale because those are pretty pricey if you don't get a sale, but Michael's and stuff will have a sale, or Hobby Lobby. And so after what I did was I took a piece of foam. This one's dirty, so just ignore because I had paint on it. But I took one of these, just a sponge, makeup sponge. I dipped it into the Duracraft, and then I went around my edges, and I went in just a little bit on the edge here so that where the frosting doesn't go, it'll still be sealed. So that's what I did. You might be able to see it a little bit on camera. I'm sorry, I've got sun shining in and the ring light going on, but so you can see kind of where the line is. I did the edges and then the back, and then I just faced them down like that and let them dry. So now we're just frosting them. I have my lightweight spackle, and I mixed in bright pink paint, and this is what I used just in case you want to know exactly what I used. I had this Folk Art bright pink. You can use any kind of pink. Brights work better in the spackle because you're mixing it into white. So I used that, and then I used a little bit of antique white because I wanted to soften it and warm it up a little bit. Otherwise, you get more of a cool pink if you don't add that in. And just for reference, I can show you, I was experimenting with some paint colors. That's what I like to do to see what kind of color I'm gonna kind of go for. Some of these that look a little bit more coral are actually those two colors combined with pale daffodil. So I didn't really want a coral, I wanted more of a pink. So I went more with this color here. It's kind of what I ended up with, just doing some mixing and practicing. So that's how I figure out my paint colors. It's not an exact science, and if I do another batch of these, it's certain that they won't be exact. A lot of times I'll keep a little bit of my mixed spackling with paint just so I can kind of try to match it if I do need to make another batch of something, or I'm trying to replicate the same color of you know, whatever color I'm trying to get to. And it's the same, like when you're mixing clay, you kind of guesstimate. With my clay, I kind of just go like, okay, it's this much of this color and about a fourth of this or about a third of that. There's no exact science. So what I was going to show you, and I just did it without showing you on the camera, is that when I first, let me finish this one really fast and then I'll show you what I did. I kind of just do this a little bit at a time and kind of build it. And you don't want it too thick because then it will crack. And you don't want your cookies all cracked. If you wanted, I am not doing this for these ones. I'm just making them plain frosted cookies, but after you get them frosted, you could put, you know, fake sprinkles or glitter or whatever else you wanted on there, and be really cute. Especially Valentine's Day, you could do some little heart sprinkles, or you could put cabochons on them. You could do whatever you want. But so there's just kind of, it does take a little bit of time. I mean, it's just like you're frosting a real cookie, but in this case, I'm using a craft stick. I could not think of the word, sorry. Little craft stick, and I'm just trying to make it, you know, look like it's a real frosted cookie that you would make at home or in the bakery. Sometimes I get a little bit, like, see, I have a little odd spot there that kind of didn't, I'm either going to wipe it and kind of take it off from there, or I think in this case, because I have it down so low, I just need to get a little bit more and blend it down into there, and then it basically hides that, because we want them to be almost perfect. You know, they're not going to be super perfect, but almost perfect. So there's a little frosted cookie, and I'm going to show you really quick how I got it to adhere, because this does help. You're going to take your cookie, and you're going to basically just take a little bit of your lightweight spackle, and I want to get it on the edge here so I got what I'm working with, and then you're just going to kind of go around and push it down and outline your cookie, the shape of it. See how I'm just kind of pushing it down and then pulling it into the cookie, and that's going to give you kind of your little baseline for your spackle, and then it will adhere, because you need to kind of push your spackle down into your clay to get it to stick. If you don't, it'll probably just peel right off. Just like you're frosting a real cookie, you kind of want to push it down on there a little bit and get it to get that base started, kind of like the same way you do that with your cakes and other things if you're doing that on styrofoam. And so then you just kind of get this little base coat, and then you build from there. And I like to try to keep my spackle, you know, mixed up to make it look creamy. And then we're just going to build another layer here. And again, you want a good layer, but you don't want it too thick, because if you go too thick, again, it'll crack and it won't look nice, and then you'll have to make another batch of cookies. So these are going to be in my store for Valentine's. I do have an Etsy shop. It's imposterbaker.etsy.com, and I list my items there. I also have a Facebook page, and that's Imposter Baker, and I invite you to come and follow me on my page. I try to put new products that I'm working on, or just sometimes just nice things or fun things that are just something to brighten your day, or something you can participate in, and just something fun. And I'm gonna just see that I had it down a little bit too far there, so I'm just using a baby wipe here. I use the unscented kind. You could probably use scented ones if you wanted, or it's what you had, or what you had access to. I just don't do well with a lot of scents, so I'm better off to have the unscented kind. And I'm just gonna clean up that edge a little bit and make it look shaped like a heart. Okay, so there's what we have. Super cute, super fun, easy. These look super cute next to like a teapot on a little plate. You could get like a little ruffly plate, or a little vintage looking plate, and place them on there. That would be really cute. And they're great for Valentine's. They're great for every day. You could also make these and incorporate them into your other fake bake items if you didn't want them just plain. These would be cute on a cake. You could do them in different colors, sprinkles. You could outline them. You could use a frosting tip and just do the little squeeze and pull. It'd be the smaller version of the 1M tip, and I can't think of what that one is right now. But you'll see it's the open star tip, and you just do like little piping tips all on it, and that'd be really cute too. So this is just a quick video, and I hope you liked this, and I hope you'll subscribe and follow me for more projects. Thank you.